We win.
Yep.
Okay, so this is a very quick how-to video for these JM08 Kids trackers, GPS trackers. That's it, turning on. Okay, first thing you need to do is go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and search SE Tracker. It's going to be the top one. And install it. Accept. While that is installing, we'll get the SIM card. The SIM goes in the side here. Now pay attention to how it's being installed. You've got to put it with the chip facing up. Get it, push it in. I need something to get it to lock in. It'll push in and lock in place. This actual watch has only got about 10% charge on it, so it's not ideal. Turn it back on. Now it'll say, you probably see this on your watch as well, no SIM card, emergency calls only. To fix that, hold the power button. It'll take around about 20 seconds to reset. Just got to keep holding it down until it turns off. There we go, turned off. Now turn it back on. Just hold it down for a second or two. Turn on. Now it's not going to instantly recognize the SIM, but it will recognize it after a few seconds. It's saying no service at the moment, and now it has just changed to Aldi Mobile. I don't know if you can see that or not, but on the screen it has Aldi Mobile. Now Aldi runs on the Telstra network, so these are 3G. 2G's been turned off on the Telstra network. As far as we know, confirmed Aldi is working, confirmed Vodafone is working, and Amaysim is working. Okay, back to the app. And Vodafone obviously works on the Vodafone network, and Amaysim works on the Optus network. So back to the app, open it up. It's just a few steps. First step, insert the SIM card, register an account using the registration number or device ID. So you've got an IME number, and that's your register code. Just on the bottom of the QR reader. Do that. Okay, so you put a telephone or email in. I'm just going to put and BC123. So that's my okay. Now with this license, the character, this is for the QR reader. You can either enter it manually or just tap that little square and bring up a barcode reader, and it's done. Nickname. Okay, language will be our area. You have to change to Asia and Oceania because we're in Australia. Click OK. All checks out. We're done. It's now going to start tracking. Now the remote camera function, these watches have a camera on them. Now it's not instant because you're sending data, and you will need a SIM that has data on it. You're going to send data, and it's also sending a photo, and you know how long it can take sometimes to send a photo by SMS. You're doing the same thing. So don't expect the photo to come back instantly. You press it, give it around about a minute to come back. The chat, it's a bit like SMS chat. You send a chat to the watch, and then they can leave a voice message and come back. You can track with footprints. Click the map. It most probably won't have an accurate location on this because we aren't outside. It may come up in China, but you press that and yeah, it's not going to detect it because we're not outside at the moment. Yeah, I'm still not doing it because we're still outside. You set up a fence, geofence, and setting up a fence is really simple. All you do is touch it like that, and then you can set the size of your fence. That's in meters, not kilometers. Up to 2 kilometers. Device. Okay, in here you got your SOS numbers. So you set up an emergency number for the watch to call. It can be your phone, your partner's phone, your grandparents' phone, aunts, uncles, friends, family, whoever you want. If you need to actually call the phone, just call it like you do a normal phone, and that will come up with a phone. I'll just show you. So back out. Phone. Keypad. Call. And you can answer it or reject it. So I'll reject that call. So you can make and receive calls on this. Go back to the app. I'll see if I can find it yet. There we go, it's got it. So let's pick this up. Now we'll set up that fence again. So what I'll do, oops. Because I tried to set a fence up before I had it located. Now let's try again. There we go. So at the moment I've got a 500 metre fence. I'll move it down here a bit. And it's done. Oops. I didn't click OK, did I? setting the fence, and it is set. So when your child goes outside any of that area, you'll get an alarm, an alert that they're out. Messages, it's got rewards, a whole heap of other stuff. I'll see if I can take a photo. Reception like. Send a chat message. On the watch, we got go through your pages. Your child can actually take a photo. You move the camera around as well. Take a photo, I should say. Different files, just like a browser. Maths. That's the app code and registration code. So if you can't find the app, you go to the last page on your settings, hit the app code, and just scan that. We'll go and have a look at settings, wireless networks, just to show you SIM management. So I'm looking at Telstra, on Telstra network. So I'm going to turn roaming on. Data usage, not much. Go to more. Mobile networks. Just show we are connected to. I'll leave it to automatically choose preferred networks. Whoops. Go back to device. It's just display and storage and so forth. We can change your lock screen, your brightness, your font, how soon it goes to sleep, storage. It's all got to be internal storage, and it's not very big, and it's not a very big Android device either. You can't install apps on these watches. It's 11% charge. You will get only about a day's use out of it. It's going to be like a phone. The more you use it, the less it's going to work. So there's not many apps, only apps that are installed on it. System. So you got the IMEI number, engineer mode, about phone, status. So it's on a Telstra network, signal strength, network type, mobile network state is connected. It has all that information. It's all working. Whoop. Android version 4.22, baseband kernel version, build number. So they're just like a phone. You'll find it's very much like a phone, but it's not as powerful. But it's going to let you do what you want, what you bought it for. Gallery. So that's just the one photo it's taken. You can set a schedule. Oops. Contacts, you set your contacts up in your app under settings, and it is under phone book. So you set up some numbers, and once you've set all those numbers up, it'll come up in your contacts on the app. steps, that is for your pedometer, and it will only record steps while it's actually open. WeChat, if you use WeChat, friends, it can only connect to other friends while you're in nearby, and that's about it. Provided you follow the instructions that I said, insert your SIM with this chip facing up, restart the phone, give it a few seconds to connect, you should find it's going to work without a problem. And like I said, things like your remote camera and photo, it can take a while. It depends on the mobile network. And the mobile network's not too crash hot, it's not going to work. And you've got to make sure that your SIM is activated, has credit, and has reception. And it's got to have data as well. Otherwise, you're not going to get. It will not work. Okay, I'll try and make a bit of video later, but that's just a quick run through how to get it to work. Right, bye.